almost like the Flashpoint, where it starts, one of the key matrix lines that will help shatter this status centralized system.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jay-Z, and this is Flashpoint Radio. Thank you for joining me. It is Wednesday, April the 18th, 2012. We've got a lot on the plate this evening, a lot of articles, a lot of news stories, and they all revolve around the same issue, the same topic. Before I start, I want to remind people, Twitter, follow me there at Flashpoint Radio and Facebook.com/Flashpoint Radio. Subscribe, click subscribe above, then click like below if you enjoy these updates, and then share it with your friends and your family. People need to wake up because this is really happening. They can't live in this false reality where everything's good in your world, nothing happens outside your front door, because eventually the spark will set the fire and it will eventually come to your front yard or your backyard. And we're looking for that flashpoint here on Flashpoint Radio. But tonight I wanted to focus on children and the state of youths in our country and how they are treated by our government, how they are treated by their parents. And I thought it was an appropriate topic considering I am going to be a father. My wife and I will be having our first child in the very near future, I suppose at any time. But it's not going to be happy news tonight, and I want to make everyone know, let everyone know that I don't want to be a downer, and I don't want to do only bad stories that are negative. But until we recognize the evil that is permeating throughout our country, we'll never move on. There is a lot of good in this world, and you know it, and you need to grab hold of it and make sure you know where that good is. But you have to recognize the evil in this country and in this world, or we'll never defeat it. We are going to start and end on some video. We are going to start with some video from the St. Louis area. Merrimack Community College, St. Louis Community College at Merrimack. Let's go straight to this video and see what we have to begin with.
Man, you ain't hear no woman, man. You hear a woman.
I got my baby in my arms. Come on. Let go. Let that shit go.
They'll put you out.
Where's my baby?
Show's over. Is your baby okay?
Yeah. Multiple person brawl on campus, daytime brawl on campus in Kirkwood, Missouri. And yes, that woman did have a child in her arms, but she did put it down, did put the child down to re-enter the fray. Of course, after she fought with her child in her arms. This goes on for 3 minutes. Video in the description below, along with all the links to all of the articles I deal with. That's where our adolescents are at, our young adults are at, some of them in this country. And let's see about how they might get there. So let's deal with some things that happen before they get to that age. How about this? We covered this yesterday. Milledgeville police handcuffed 6-year-old girl for misbehaving at school. 6-year-old girl had a tantrum. The police felt they needed to handcuff her. Why didn't they just tase her? Moving right along, this involves a teen, and this is a teen doing the right thing and being punished for it. Kansas teen disqualified for running with tape over earrings. She ran a cross-country or a track meet, and she covered her earrings with tape because she knew wearing earrings was against the rules. Well, they cited her and disqualified her for wearing the tape for unsportsmanlike conduct she was exhibiting. She would have simply received a warning and not have been disqualified had she just worn the earrings and got rebuked. So, in lieu of, avoiding a rebuking from the authorities, she gets suspended. She tried to do the right thing and she got punished for it. Previously on a Flashpoint Radio, we mentioned a girl in Colorado who got suspended and expelled for giving a fellow student her inhaler during gym class because she was having an asthma attack. Doing the right thing will get you in trouble in this country. The next group of stories, I was going to simply focus on this story from last week. CBS Charlotte, middle school student suspended for hugging teacher. This teacher broke up a fight involving this student. The student was very appreciative for helping him out of the fight. She said thank you, or he said thank you to the teacher, and he went to hug her. When he hugged her, she snatched him up, took him to the principal's office, and got him in trouble. So she saved him. He thanked her. Thanking her was against the rules, and now he was suspended. Doing a start page search to find this article, I came across, I don't even know, hundreds more, dozens more. How about this from 2007? 2006, Texas child suspended after hugging aide. This was a 4-year-old student that was suspended for hugging a teacher. How about this from St. Louis, Park Hills, Missouri? This comes to us last December. A 14-year-old boy with Down syndrome hugged a bus aide and was suspended after being accused of sexually harassing the bus aide. Down syndrome. Developmentally disabled. Suspended. How about this? Student suspended for breaking school's no hugging policy. This was in Florida. 2 students were seen hugging each other, middle school students, so they got suspended. So it's not just the teachers. It's if you hug other students. Any affection coming from your heart or showing, appreciation for anything will get you suspended in this country. Do a start page search. Just try it on student suspended, hugging. And you'll see how many stories are out there. So yes, helping your students, doing the right thing, having a temper tantrum will get you suspended and or handcuffed by authorities in this country. And you wonder why we have problems like we saw in the video previously. Well, they tell us we can't spank our children or discipline our children when they're younger because when they get older, they want to tase them. And these next 2 stories are disturbing to say the least. This first story, the pictures that I'm showing as I'm speaking come to us from raw filed, wired.com. Uncompromising photos expose juvenile detention in America. This is a photographer who traveled around the country documenting juvenile detention centers in the country and the deplorable state they are in. The article says the U.S. locks up children at more than 6 times the rate of all other developed nations. That's developed nations, not third world countries. On top of that, this foundation, the AECF, presents evidence to show that youth incarceration does not reduce recidivism rates, does not benefit public safety, and exposes those in prison to further abuse and violence. Prisons and juvenile detention centers are criminal training grounds. They are criminal training grounds. That's where nonviolent minor offenders go to learn how to perform violent acts. And we're going to see a video of what they do to a child in New York. This child failed to remove his coat. Wynn was told he has autism, and this is what happened. Take a look at this. Happy time to end this Flashpoint Radio on.
Screams of pain from a student at the Judge Rotenberg Center as he's tied down and shocked for hours.
This is the video that the Judge Rotenberg Center in Canton has fought long and hard to keep from the public eye. The center convinced a judge 8 years ago to seal it, and the battle continued right up until it was played in court, as lawyers for the center asked a judge to bar our camera from recording it. The judge said no, and now for the first time ever, the public can see for itself what these controversial electric shocks look like in use.
No, help me, help me.
Dramatic video of New York teenager Andre McCollins, restrained face down, a helmet on his head, screaming for help. The Judge Rotenberg Center calls it treatment. The teenager was shocked 31 times in all that day in 2002. Lawyers for the center and its clinicians say McCollins needed aversive therapy because he was aggressive.
The treatment plan at the Rotenberg Center and the treatment plan that Andre had in place on October 25 was followed.
It was an emotional day for McCollins' mother, Cheryl, who was in court as video was played from the beginning of Andre's ordeal, when he was shocked and restrained after refusing to take off his coat.
I never signed up for him to be tortured, terrorized, and abused. I had no idea that they tortured the children in the school.
Yes, he was tased for not taking his coat off. Then he was taken into a only thing I can describe it as, a torture room, and shocked 31 times. This happened in, I believe, 2006. And it took this long to get it released because the center fought vigorously to prevent the release of this video. Why? Because they wanted to do it to other kids before they got slapped on the wrist. You think anybody got fired for this? Probably not. Wake up, people! This is what they're doing to our children. Do you know what they're doing to your children? Wake up. Jay-Z signing off saying, God bless. There is good in the world. Hold on to it. Keep your eyes to the sky. And check me back next time.
But everybody scatters when the stock market